learners! Welcome to LA Learning video. My name is Happy and today we are going to learn about expressions or conversations at a doctor's office. Oke teman-teman, jadi hari ini kita akan belajar mengenai percakapan di antara pasien dan dokter di sebuah rumah sakit or at a clinic. So basically at a doctor's office. Jadi bagaimana sih contoh percakapan yang dilakukan oleh a doctor and a patient ketika kalian mengunjungi dokter. Okay, let's start with the very beginning. Okay, so at the doctor's office, ketika kalian bertemu dengan dokter, biasanya yang pertama kali akan ditanyakan oleh dokternya adalah what seems to be the problem? What seems to be the problem? Yang artinya ada keluhan apa? Basically that is what it means. What seems to be the problem? Ada keluhan apa? Like so. Doctor usually asks that, menanyakan apa sih yang Anda rasakan? What seems to be the problem? Nah, setelah itu first, usually as a patient, sebagai patientnya akan menyatakan keluhannya apa. And how to express that? You basically just say, I have blah blah blah, tergantung pada keluhannya apa. Contohnya, misalnya kalian batuk-batuk, you can say I have a bad cough. I have a bad cough, like so. Kalau misalnya kalian pilek, you can say I have a runny nose. I have a runny nose. Kalau kalian sakit kepala misalnya, I have a headache. I have a headache. So basically you simply just say I have, kemudian diikuti dengan gejala yang dialami. And you can also explain or tell the doctor multiple symptoms. Bisa juga menyatakan berbagai gejala, lebih dari satu. Misalnya I have a runny nose and a headache, like so. Or I have a cough, a runny nose, as well as a headache. Jadi kalian bisa mengucapkan berbagai gejala-gejala yang kalian rasakan. So, now, what are the common illnesses yang sering dialami? Apa sih penyakit-penyakit atau gejala-gejala yang umum yang sering dialami? So, first is like I said, cough. Cough itu artinya batuk. Kemudian cold. Cold itu artinya flu, misalnya kayak pilek, you can say cold. Atau you can also say runny nose untuk pilek. Selanjutnya, kalau tenggorokan kalian sakit, kalian bisa bilang sore throat. Lalu kalau kepala kalian yang sakit, you can say headache, of course. Kalau perutnya yang sakit, you can say stomachache. Atau kalian bisa bilang upset stomach. So, lalu apa lagi? Misalnya kalian bermasalah dalam pencernaannya, you can say a digestive problem, like so. Selanjutnya, you can also say, misalnya kalian memiliki alergi, I have an allergy, like so. Atau kalau kalian memiliki diare misalnya, you can say I have a diarrhea. I have a diarrhea. A diarrhea artinya diare. Selanjutnya, you can also say fever. Fever ini artinya demam. Kalau demamnya tidak terlalu panas, you can say I have a slight fever or I have a mild fever. Berarti demamnya tidak terlalu tinggi. Tapi kalau demamnya sangat tinggi, you can say I have a high fever. Seperti itu. Selanjutnya, misalnya sesak nafas, kalian bisa bilang shortness of breath. So basically there are also other common illnesses, but what I just list to you earlier are the most common ones. Jadi itu adalah illnesses yang sering dialami. So you can use those things. Nah, setelah pasien yang memberitahukan apa yang dirasakan, biasanya dokternya akan menanyakan sudah berapa lama sih merasakan keluhan tersebut. So the doctor would probably ask you this: how long have you been feeling these symptoms? How long have you been feeling these symptoms? One more time. How long have you been feeling these symptoms? Sudah berapa lama merasakan gejala-gejala tersebut, right? To answer that, there are two ways. You can say 4 blah 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 days or 4 blah 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 weeks. selama berapa hari atau berapa minggu. Or you can also say since blah 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 blah. Since, sejak kapan. So what are the difference between for 3 days for example and since 3 days? Since 3 days ago. Apa sih bedanya? Oke, for itu artinya adalah selama, right? Nah, kalau for itu selalu diikuti dengan jumlah hari atau jumlah minggu kalian merasakan simptom tersebut. Misalnya kalian sudah merasakan simptom tersebut selama 3 hari, you can say for 3 days. Kalau kalian sudah merasakan gejala tersebut selama 1 minggu, you can say for a week, for a month. Jadi selalu diikuti dengan jumlah hari atau jumlah minggu atau jumlah bulan kalian merasakan simptom tersebut, right? Diikuti dengan jumlahnya. Nah, bagaimana dengan since? Since artinya adalah sejak, right? Sejak itu diikuti dengan satuan waktunya kapan si symptoms itu dimulai. Sejak, for example, kalian sudah merasakan gejala tersebut sejak kemarin, you can say since yesterday. Kalau sejak minggu lalu, since a week ago, like so. Now let's take a look at the difference between for and since. Apabila kalian bilang for 3 days, how long have you been feeling the symptoms? And you say for 3 days, sudah selama 3 hari, like that. Bagaimana dengan since? Misalnya kalian mau bilang menggunakan since, how long have you been feeling these symptoms? Since 3 days ago, sejak 3 hari yang lalu. Berarti symptomsnya itu dimulai 3 hari yang lalu kalau menggunakan since. Tetapi kalau menggunakan for 3 days, berarti kalian sudah merasakan simptom tersebut selama 3 hari, like so. So that is the difference between for and since. And you can use it, you can use for and you can use since whichever you like. Tetapi harus diingat penggunaannya harus benar. Kalau for diikuti dengan jumlahnya, kalau since diikuti dengan kapan mulainya, like so. Okay, very good. So setelah dokternya menanyakan berapa lama gejalanya sudah dirasakan, biasanya dokternya akan memberikan pertanyaan lanjutan atau akan menyuruh kalian melakukan sesuatu, right? So common actions yang biasanya ordered oleh dokter, common actions atau perilaku. For example, like apa sih yang harus kalian lakukan? Tindakan-tindakan yang biasanya diminta atau diperintahkan oleh dokter yang sering terjadi, misalnya for example, open your mouth please. Coba buka mulutnya, like so. Atau dokternya juga bisa bilang stick out your tongue please. Julurkan lidahnya. Misalnya dokternya mau periksa tonsils, right? Amandel. So basically, probably the doctor will say, open your mouth please, atau stick out your tongue please, like so. Kalau misalnya selain itu juga ada satu lagi common action yang diminta atau diperintahkan oleh dokter adalah lay on your back please, yang artinya tolong silakan tiduran, like so. Lay on your back please, supaya dokternya bisa memeriksa, like so. Selain dokternya memerintahkan Anda melakukan tindakan-tindakan tersebut, mungkin saja dokter juga akan menanyakan beberapa ungkapan atau beberapa pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang sering ditanyakan. So these are like the common questions asked by a doctor at the doctor's office. So the doctor might ask you, do you have an allergy? Biasanya ini penting ketika dokternya mau memberikan resep. Do you have an allergy? Apakah Anda memiliki alergi terhadap apapun? Atau doctor can also ask you something like this. Do you have an underlying condition? Apakah Anda memiliki penyakit bawaan? Which is also important when the doctor is making a prescription. Ketika dokter membuatkan resep juga sangat penting. So the doctor might ask you, do you have an underlying condition? Like so. Selanjutnya, the doctor can also ask you something. Misalnya sambil memeriksa, dokternya memencet-mencet leher Anda. Biasanya dokternya bisa menanyakan apakah di sini kalau dipencet di sini ada nyeri, like so. So the doctor might ask you something like this. Do you feel tenderness in this area? Do you feel tenderness in this area? Tenderness di sini artinya adalah nyeri. So do you feel tenderness in this area? Like so. Nah, those are basically the common actions and common questions that are asked by the doctors at the doctor's office. Nah, selanjutnya lovers, apabila dokternya sudah selesai memeriksa kondisi kalian, biasanya dokternya akan memberikan treatment, right? Treatmentnya seperti apa? Tergantung. Ada beberapa treatment yang umum sering dilakukan, sering diberikan dokter. Misalnya biasanya sering sekali dilakukan adalah dokter akan membuatkan Anda resep, right? So the doctor might say, I will write you a prescription for this. I will write you a prescription, like so. Saya akan membuatkan Anda resep. I will write you a prescription. Dokternya juga bisa saja memberitahukan kepada Anda untuk istirahat di rumah selama beberapa hari. Nah, the doctor may say something like this. Please have a plenty of rest for a couple of days. Please have a plenty of rest for a couple of days. Like so. Kalau misalnya dokternya mau menyuruh Anda untuk menginap, doctor might say something like this. You have to stay at the hospital tonight. You have to stay at the hospital tonight. Like so. Kalau dokternya membutuhkan untuk melakukan further test, dokter bisa bilang seperti ini. We will need to do further testing. We will need to do further testing. Like so. Kita harus melakukan tes yang lebih lanjut, misalnya lab test, a blood test, or something like that. Nah, bisa juga dokternya memerintahkan Anda untuk kembali lagi setelah beberapa hari istirahat, kembali lagi. So, doctor can say, please come back in 2 days, atau please come back tomorrow, misalnya seperti itu. Tolong kembali lagi tomorrow, like so. So those are basically the common treatment yang diberikan oleh dokter at the doctor's office. And that is basically all the expressions or parts of the conversation at the doctor's office. Jadi itu adalah ungkapan-ungkapan yang biasanya diucapkan ketika antara doctor and patient at the doctor's office. And to make sure that we understand a little bit more about this, we are going to take a look at a sample conversation. Jadi kita akan melihat contoh percakapan antara, of course this is a conversation between a doctor and a patient. Good morning, Mr. Wijaya. What seems to be the problem? Oh yes, doctor, I have a bad cough and I have a runny nose. I also have a very bad headache. Very well. How long have you been feeling the symptoms for? For about 3 days. Okay. And can you please open your mouth and stick out your tongue, please? Okay, very well, Mr. Wijaya. I think you have inflammation on your tonsils. I will write you a prescription. Do you have any allergy? No, I don't have any allergy. How about an underlying condition? Do you have any underlying condition? No, I don't have any underlying condition. Very well, Mr. Wijaya, I will write you a prescription. Please take the medicine regularly and have plenty of rest for the next couple of days. If you're still feeling the symptoms after 3 days or after the medicine have run out, please come back to see me again. Very well, thank you so much, doctor. You're welcome. Have a nice day. Okay, so that is basically a sample conversation between a doctor and a patient. So we're using all the expressions that we learned in this video during that conversation. So I think that is all for this video, hello lovers. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to always practice, practice, and practice, because that's how you get better. And let me know in the comment section below what you think about this video, or if you have any questions. So I'll see you again in the next video with more English material. Bye bye!